Hello everyone, it's Kim here. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is just a show and tell. This is a journal that I put together for a very dear friend of mine for her birthday, which is today as I've uploaded this video. Happy birthday, Thelma. She will already have got the book the day before, I hope. And what she doesn't know is that I'm presenting it to her live in Winnipeg, coming from New Brunswick. So I'm on a plane on Thursday, and I will get to see her on Saturday, and this video will go live on Sunday. So the journal is just, it started out with the cover, and then I just built on it from there. The cover is a fabric cover. I used a pashmina scarf piece that had the fringes, so that it helped to enhance the cover itself. Then I've trimmed it with some braided beaded trim that you can see here. The spine is covered with some fabric that complements the book, and the outside top edge has some different fibers and velvet ribbon that I've wrapped around and stitched on it. The bottom, like I said, it was automatic. It just lended itself to having this fringe hanging down, so that was perfect. And the beaded trim is on both the front and on the back. I kept the decorations very simple because I just wanted it to be more about what's inside the book than the outside. And I just thought this was very simple. She can add other things because she's also a junk journaler. So she can add other things to the book if she finds other things that she likes better. So this is a brooch that can be taken off. And this was just a dangle from, I think, an earring or maybe a necklace. I can't remember, but it was in my pile, so I used it. The closure is a velvet ribbon that is sewn right into the book. And we'll just undo it here. There we go. Inside it has two signatures. It's a little bit chunky, but I didn't put too many embellishments in the book. Most of the stuff that's in the book is removable. So we'll just open it up to the first page here. So I have a little notebook with an image of a lady. This is all done with coffee stain paper and stitched on top. Now, you're going to laugh at some of these tags and journal cards. They have my name written all over them. Here's Kim, and here's Kim again. And then it's a blank card on the back, but I've incorporated some of the same design in the tab that I pull it up with. Thelma always gives us, me and my other gal pal, she always gives us presents with our name on them, and each time she does the name differently. So I couldn't help but keep all these names, and then I had made a master board and I put these names all over it, knowing I was going to do something with it for her, but I didn't know at the time I was going to build a journal. So that is one of the first journal cards that you'll see in the book, and using my name. So she'll know exactly where the book came from if she should ever forget. And then this is just a little note that I always print out for my journals and sign, telling people what a journal is, and it's my little message to whoever the recipient is. So I put it in the journal for Thelma as well. One little hand-sewn pocket made out of the same fabric that's on the front cover. And then the background is just a tapestry or an upholstery fabric that I had that complemented the fabric. So then the very first signature here, this pocket pulls out. It's a pocket made using a book page that I glued down to a piece of paper on both sides. I left about 1 inch long on the bottom and flipped it up to make it look like an envelope. And then same with the top is just cut to look like an envelope, and it's just a piece of coffee stained paper on the back. This is just a folded piece of paper that's decorative and pretty, and I put a tag inside of here that she can use as a journal card. So that's just attached inside the book. And then on this side, I have a little folded note card, and it's made with coffee stained paper. And there's a lot of children in here, and they're children that are kind of sort of Bohemian, European style of children. Thelma is Ukrainian, so I'm hoping that some of this will reflect back to her Ukrainian roots a little bit. And I think we're all feeling really sad of what's going on in the Ukraine, and I just thought maybe she would enjoy something like this. I would have made it with more ethnic Ukraine type designs, but I thought that would make us feel a little bit over the top sad. So I figured this way it's just a slight reminder. It's a little bit Bohemian, a little bit Eastern, Middle Eastern, and a little bit European all combined into the book. The pages are a combination of scrapbook paper. This page here is from a brown paper bag. This is another one of my little girls here, and I used some paper, design paper from Lorna Taylor, Tailor Made Journals, and yeah, I sewed the girl on, and I made a little fabric swatch here of assorted fabrics. This is on a brown paper bag and blank on the back. So that just wraps around and stays on with paper clip. Another design paper. On this side, I have another one of my little girls here stitched onto another note card. I'm not going to open each one. This is a very old vintage book page from a large book of etched paintings that I had in my stash, and the page was perfect size to put in here, and I love the coloring of it, so I'm hoping she'll get to write on here a little bit. Another design paper, another little note card. These are all made to remove, and she can keep them in or take them out as she likes. There's, I just did a whole pile of them at once, so they were perfect for the book. This page here is handmade paper from Venezuela, and it is the marbleized paper. And then I found this image out of a book, and it was just perfect, the coloring of it, so I used it. And then I also have a match on the other side. Inside I have a little envelope with an artist trading card, just a sort of a Bohemian style of girl, a little bit gypsy, and that's just tucked in the pocket. On this side, I made a larger boho style card. It's kind of Middle Eastern. I love the blue ocean that she's looking down on. And it is just a journal card to write on, or a tag to write on. Blank page on that side. This is 2 pages folded together and then folded to make pockets. This is the center of the first signature, so I have some of those very same trinkets that I had on the front cover, only smaller. And inside this pocket is a inscription of the Desiderata, if you're familiar with it. If you're not, just go look it up. D-E-S-I-D-E-R-A-T-A. I'll just hold it up to the camera for you to see. These are words to live by, and it just was fitting for this book. And I, again, decorated it with the same type of scrappy clusters that I've been making throughout the book, with an assortment of textiles and paper. And then on this pocket on this side, I just have a hand collaged envelope with the same paper stitched on it. The envelope was my own and sewn together. It was just a big piece of paper. And then inside I have a piece of tea-dyed paper for her to journal on. And it was just fit nicely in the pocket and was already made, so all I had to do was add the little extra on there. Another blank page with a little piece of fabric swatch on here. There's the back side of that handmade paper, the marbled paper, and then I used a little scrap of it at the bottom of this page. This is again a brown paper bag that I stained and distressed, and then you can write on the back side of it. But if you look at my little gypsy girl here, this little Bohemian style girl, She's wearing a green dress with a pink hat, which really matched nicely with the papers. So I'm hoping she'll like this. And then the back side of the design paper, there's the other half of that vintage paper. Another one of these little cards. This one flips open the long way, so you can write in the inside of it as well as on the back. And it came up a little short by the time I was done, so I added a little bit of fabric along the bottom and some extra trim on the bottom, just to create some more interest. And yeah, love it. I'm doing this to show you, but also partly to remind myself of all the things that I did in this book. So again, this was design paper. It was plain white on the back side, and I've done this on several different pages where I printed on it and then collaged around the edges, because you know sometimes when you print with your printer it leaves you your little white marks around there. So this was a great way to decorate the book and still stay within the theme and be able to have full-size pages. Everything's clipped on with plain paper clips. Again, if she doesn't want all this stuff in the book, she can take it out. Another piece of design paper. The other side of that brown paper bag. Now this was fun. This is the end of the first signature, and I have a little flip out here, which I don't normally do, but it was made on a postcard. And so this side here is, there is some space to journal on or hide a secret thing inside here behind the picture. But then I had the flap that I used to put the postcard onto the paper. And so in an effort to cover it, I made this little flip out booklet where you can write on here, but I also made a little thumb tab so that I can use this as a journal pocket. And when you pull it out, there's another one of these tags that has my name on it. So just in case Thelma forgets who gave it to her. And I used the same scrappy clusters that I was making. There's a little girl here. Behind her is some fabric and then stitched on. And then another little piece of the same clustery fabric to open it, like a tab, to open it up. So that's what holds this card on. Well, it doesn't hold it. The card is glued down with a little flap, but then the flap is covered with this paper so that you can't see the flap. And so here's the start of signature number 2, and I did the same thing. I put a postcard on here. These postcards were really ugly, more modern style of buildings and architecture that weren't, you know, that interesting. So I covered them with book pages first and enhanced them with other collage elements, and then collaged on the back, kind of a random collage on the back. So again, when you flip this over, I have another one of these little opening flaps where she can journal on. Now these are glued right into the book so she can't take them out. And another journal card with my name on it. So these she'll probably take out. But there's lots of room here to write now, and as well as hide your secret writings. Another piece of design paper, printed on the back side and collaged. Another one of my little folded note cards. These were so fun and easy to make, and I made the collage separate first and then stitched it onto the brown paper bag, brown coffee stain paper. So that was fun to make. This is another fold out card, and it's stitched onto brown paper bag again and decorated with some of my trimmings that I've been using, the little girl in there, and then behind it I hid another one of my cards. She's given us lots of gifts over the years, because I have, and this is only part of the names. I'm keeping the rest of them for other purposes that I will send her something else someday. This is a collaged envelope with the window, and I don't normally leave the window out. This time I did. It was pre-made and it just fit in here perfectly with the coloring. So it is decorated on the back as well. So it's kind of a floating pocket. And then I just put one of those little folded note cards. Again, this one is now loose, so she can write on both sides if she wants. And it's the same kind of idea that you can take it in or out, and it just fits back in the envelope here and gives a little bit of design through it. Another piece of design paper. On this side I have a little envelope with another artist trading card inside. These are all made by me. And now this collage envelope had a top to it, and the top became this little pocket down here on the bottom, and I just added some fabric again to match and put this journal card inside. This was a piece of music sheet, and I coffee stained it using my printer, and then collaged around the outside edge of it all around, and then used some other images inside, design papers inside. And then this next page is coffee dyed paper just by itself. This is a piece of wallpaper, and I made the same type of pocket, but this time the pocket is glued right into this page, whereas before it was floating on top and the other signature was floating separately. So that it's its own pockets. It's decorated on both sides. So on this one, it is attached to this wallpaper piece. And same with the wallpaper. I didn't like the white background, so I coffee stained it using my printer, and then collaged around the outside edges here. Now this is a tab that I put on this side to hide. I wasn't comfortable that this was going to hold enough, so I first stapled it underneath, and then I added the little tab, and this is actually a tuck spot if somebody wanted to tuck something in there. But yeah, then I stapled it, and then I've added these little charms, and I only had 2 of them. They're little little glass vessels, and I thought they were so cute and the perfect color. The next one is a black one, and just the perfect color to go in this book. So yeah, this is a tuck spot and another tuck spot here, and this is just another flip out journaling card using the same coffee stained paper and collaging on top. And look at this lovely card. I even used a little piece of the pashmina scarf because it's the same fringe and the same pattern, and when you open it up it says Kim again. So yeah, she's gonna get a kick out of this, I'm sure, or roll her eyes at me. I'm not really sure, but it does look beautiful, doesn't it? And she'll never forget who made the book for her. So this is a tuck spot as well, and then when you flip it over, I as I mentioned, I had 2 of these little things, so I attached them to the tabs. And then I have a little small, this is caught on the paper clip here. A little small tag, and that's just slipped in there. The back side of the wallpaper, and then coffee stained paper. This is real coffee stained paper, not through the printer, whereas the other ones are. This one is through the printer. This is the other half of the music sheet that I put through the printer and then collaged on it. Now, normally I do coffee stained paper, but you know, just because I was in a hurry to get this book done for my trip, I decided that I should just do it quickly. And I always keep coffee stained paper in the photocopier part of the copier, so that when I want to copy something, I just slip it through, push the button, and it comes out coffee stained for me. Again, the only thing is that it will leave that little white edge around the edge because it doesn't go to borderless. So I collaged around it. But sometimes I will just trim the paper back and it's ready to go. And then here again, same thing. Here I have another one of those little note cards attached to the design paper. I left a lot of this design paper pretty blank because I want her to use the book. I want her to enjoy the book and write her musings and whatever, you know, she wants in the book. So I'm hoping that she will actually use it. And there's plenty of space to write. It's light enough colors for her to write in. Brown paper bag again. I just love the crinkly sound and the wrinkled look to the paper. I didn't do a lot of inking in the book like I normally do, but for this one, she's not real big on inking, so it was something that I decided, well, I'll just do a little bit, not much. And so like in the case of the coffee stained paper, that's from the coffee itself that's burnished the edges of the paper. So this one has another tag attached to it. This coffee stained paper is the back side to another little note card. And then I ended the book with another one of these little flaps that open up. So it also has a flip up with a writing spot and a tuck spot. And at this point, I just didn't put anything in here. I think there's enough in here, and she's probably going to take some of it out. So I thought maybe she would find something in here to put in here. And besides, she's going to have other things to put in here if she takes everything out that has my name on it. So there's the other flip out on the back side. Again, it was another postcard that I recovered with some pretty book pages and then collaged on the other side of it. In the back, I have another lovely little girl. She's just so cute. Sorry, I'm trying to line her up for you to see. And it is just a little mini tag. And then another little note card with this lady. And it's just an assortment of coffee stained paper that I've stapled together and made into a little booklet. And then one more of the same pockets. And when I did the pockets, I made sure that the fringe from the pockets also lined up with the fringe on the table. That like from the book, so that it's made everything a little bit thicker. Same with on the front. It just made everything a little bit thicker, and there's lots of room. And the nice thing about it being fabric is that she can pin other things in. She can add some more beads to it. She can do a little bit of more personal decorating that she wants to. So I'm hoping that this will give her lots of inspiration to keep going with the book. On the inside, I also glued the same fabric that I used throughout the book and on the outside of the spine, just for more decoration and as a kind of as a marker for where to put my signatures. And there is room for expansion, but you can see that the book is quite full. But there is room for expansion yet. And then the back side is just very plain, and yeah, she can decorate it further if she would like to. But I wanted the focus to be on the inside of the book, and then to let her come up with some ideas of how she would like to finish it off afterwards. So I hope you enjoyed it. This is the type of work that I do. I know I haven't shown any of my books on my channel as of yet. This book is a gift, and any books that I do have that will be going up for sale in the future, I still send my books to Liz from the Paper Project. She has a store and she sells my books for me. And it's just an arrangement that's worked out really nicely for us. You know, sometimes you do what you do best. And in this case, I don't have to worry about shipping, selling. I can focus on my art and on my creativity and let her do the selling, which is awesome in my mind. So that's my book. And if I do have other books finished in the future, they will go for sale through Liz, but I will do a quick video of them for you to see them first. And yeah, that's what I wanted to show you today. And if you have a chance, if you're on Facebook, on March the 13th, which is the Sunday, which is the day I'm hoping this is going to air, please stop by on Facebook to Swan Lake Designs. It's Thelma Finley is her name. If you have a chance, please go and wish her happy birthday. I would love if a lot of my subbies went and wished her happy birthday. So much so that if you do go wish her happy birthday and I see your comment, I will take the comments, all the comments that come through, and I will put it together a little mini draw and draw somebody, and they will get a birthday present too. Not a book, but they'll get something as well as for Thelma for her birthday, but just for the one day, March the 13th. So if you don't make it that day, then we're we're going to close it off, because I'm just going to wish her happy birthday on that day. And I know she'll watch my channel that day. So I would love to fill her Facebook page with happy birthday messages from people from around the world. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I may miss a couple of days of filming because I will be away for Thrifty Thursday, although I'm hoping that I can go thrifting with the girls and do a Thrifty Thursday for you with my gal pals in Manitoba. But if not, I will have a lot of stuff to show you when I come back. And I may miss the next Sunday, March the 20th, because that is the day that I am flying back from Manitoba to New Brunswick. So I get home at 12:30 at night. So I don't think I'll be filming that night. But, you know, you never know. I might film sometime during the week and still have something to show you. So we'll see how it goes. Have yourself a very creative day and a creative week. And I look forward to seeing all of you very soon. Bye for now. Hi everyone, one more quick little update. I said Swan Lake Designs, Thelma's page is Swan Lake Daydreams, and I will put the link to her page below. So if you do have a chance on March the 13th to go and wish her a happy birthday, I would love it, love it, love it. And yes, I will make a little mini draw and draw somebody's name, and they'll get a birthday present. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye for now.